Hey, literally put this shit on one time.
YouTube. Alright, we finally here with the first tutorial, man. I'm excited. I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's just start things off. So first things first, we have the number 2 on lever all the way open, and what we're doing now is going up. We're going up against the grain to clear some bulk, and you want to start with it open because you always want to remember you can always cut more hair, but you can't grow hair back. So we're playing a safe start with a number 2, and I'm glad we did because actually, when he got his hair braided, the person had left too much hair on the sides to get cut, and it would have left everything looking lopsided when he were to take this style out. So make sure you guys always evaluate your clients and stuff, especially when you haven't seen them about 6 months. As you see me point out right there, that's the little spot that I was talking about. But all right, so we had the 1.5 on. We went with the grain. Now we're coming back against the grain. I believe it's open right now, and yeah, we're just clearing that area out for you guys. Alright, y'all, I personally use my zero gap clippers to set in the guideline because I don't really have a soft trimmer right now, but work with what we got. And then I take my hard trimmer, come up, clean up under there, all the little hairs, sideburns, whatever they want to cut off, but don't go all the way up to that guideline because you're going to set in a harsh line that's hard to get out. Alright, so we had to switch over sides because my shoulder was blocking the camera on the other side. But what we're doing now is taking the lever all the way open and cleaning up that area right above the guideline that we had created. And then this is my technique for fading right here. We start with the lever all the way closed and kind of work our way up through every notch of the lever. Like the notches are those little sides and dashes that you see, and you can see me like pulling back and moving up the lever if you pay close attention. Alright, so now we got the one guard on, and we're going to do that same thing we did with the lever all the way open and just repeat those steps basically. As you can see, I'm notching up again, and always remember, flick out when you're doing this. Like, you might not be able to tell, I'm not going straight up though. You have to master that flicking motion. And also another thing that you want to keep in your mind is brush one, fade one. So as soon as you see me flick up, I pull out my brush and brush that area. And you want to keep going like that and finish this whole area out. Thing I want to remind you guys of is I'm using a lot of corner work here because we're trying to keep this blend in a nice tight area, and that's how you really want to work with it. Like, you can't use the whole blade here because if you were to do that, it would kind of start looking like a hot taper. Alright, so we got our 1.5 guard on now, and what we're doing is kind of cleaning up that above area right there just to get the blend to come in smoother. This is part of detailing right here, and I really don't use this as a whole step. Now the zero guard, you're not gonna do the same thing you did with the lever all the way open in the one. The zero guard is to blend those areas in together. So what you're gonna do is this is kind of just detailing right here. You really want to see I'm using my corners. There's no set steps to exactly what I'm doing. It's just lever play. You gotta kind of eyeball it. And as a barber, you want to master using your eyes for real, because that's a weapon for you. It's like, you need that. You really need your eyes. You need to be able to spot dark spots, know where to cut. And right now, even myself, I'm trying to master knowing what every stroke does, like every stroke I take and knowing what it does. So what I'm doing now is cleaning up that area with coming down with the grain with a 1 all the way open. And for that back area, I know it doesn't look too clean right now, but keep in mind, I left that hair on the side because I'm still kind of evaluating what I'm going to do with it. But afterwards, when all that is cut, I'm going to completely blend everything in and it's going to come out smoothly. What you're seeing me doing here right now is just detail, changing guards and everything. Alright, here now we're breaking into the back taper, and the back taper is exactly the same thing as the side. Like, it's just on a bigger scale. And for me, I would say more detail is needed. And this part right here, I'm speeding this up so you can really, so you don't have to go through the pain of me getting through the bulk, because his hair was really, it was braided nicely, so it was really tight to his scalp. All right, and then the back, yeah, like I said, same thing as the front. I'm gonna let you guys watch that, speed it up, and I'll come in and give any pointers that I feel are needed. The technique I'm about to use right here is called the raking method. It's when you take the clipper lever all the way open and then kind of rake downwards to kind of smooth out the hairs that's all the way up there that I can't reach when my guard is going against the grain. You're also going to see me take the one guard and come down with the grain just to smoothen that area out, since his dreads are in the way, and we can't really get up under there. Alright, and for the neck lineup, I cannot stress enough like how important it is to leave the neck lineup as natural as possible, because what I see most people doing is taking that neck lineup back, but it's a lineup too, you feel me? So it's like taking the front lineup and just pushing it back just to get that sharp look. We ain't gonna do that over here. So as you can see, I'm taking my time with it, just touching it up where it needs to touch. Slowly but surely we're going to get to exactly where we need to be. So be mindful of those neck lineups. Really, you don't want to tear somebody's neck lineups up. I see it all the time. And yeah, just look out for that. Just take the time, put in the work, and you're going to get that end result that you want to get. Alright, we just combing through the front real quick because his hair is so thick, and we want to make it easier on ourselves so it doesn't tug and pull when you go to cut it. Alright, so I took the one guard all the way open, and what I'm doing is just giving it a nice even cut. And the reason why I started with all the way open versus closed is because you want to play it safe. You can always cut hair, but you can't regrow it. So later on, you're going to see me close up the guard. Actually, right here, you're going to see me close the guard up. So I close the guard up and then cut anything that might be a little darker to get it even with everything else, because his hair is real light in the front, and it's been like that for years. So that's just my way of dealing with it. Alright, now we're taking the Noxzema pads, and this really strips any dirt, grease, oil, especially like I said, he ain't had a cut in 6 months. So this is definitely going to clean everything off. And then to take it another step further is you want to put the shaving cream on there. Once you put that shaving cream, it's just going to lay his front down nicely, clean it, everything you gonna need. So what I do is, ladies, I put this on his eyebrows also because hair is hair. I want all the hair to hit and be sharp. When you hit him with them trimmers, it's just gonna leave a nice like little ash mark. Everything's gonna be sharp and clean. So now we're taking the hot towel. My reason for taking the hot towel is that also helps lay it down, and also you could charge more for this. Like this part right here, it feels amazing. All the clients like it. You make your clients feel like a king when they sit in your chair. So I go through with a hot towel, wipe the shaving cream off and everything, and then the next step would be to use the blow dryer. Once I use my blow dryer, I'm taking it with a brush and then just brushing everything down. You want everything to dry in place. That's why you see me brushing his eyebrows. The way that you're gonna line it up, this is like the last part of the prep right here. You're gonna finish everything off with this. So you want to make sure you get all that straight. Then after that, you cut over to any leftover hairs, any hairs that you see sticking up. And then once you're done with that prep, you're ready to go. Just watch how crispy the lineup come out. Like, look. So you can see how crispy that line is coming out, how sharp it is. So that's really how far a lineup prep goes. Like, it really takes you far. And actually looking at this now, I really do wish I would have made the other side straighter, but you know what I'm saying, we here to learn though. We really here to learn. So I'm not gonna hide nothing from y'all. I'm keeping it 100% authentic on my channel. So y'all see something, don't let it slide. Point it out to me. Give me some constructive criticism so I can really work on my stuff. And look, on the sides, most people probably would have pushed that in to where it's dark, but like I said, I know his hair is light, and because we gave it that prep, that line is gonna show when we tap that spot. Like when we tap them little baby hairs, it's gonna show. And really, that goes a long way in longevity. Like, you really can't push a lineup back, because once the hair start going back, everybody know what that looks like when it starts going crazy. Like, even on the side right here, most people might not be able to tell that it's a curvature right there, like it's hair there. But look, when I tap that line, you look close, you can see it right there. So there would be no reason to push that back at all. And shout out to Vic Blends for the gem on how to get these curves so sharp and everything. So you start off at the top, where to the most natural point, then you bring it to the bottom to the most natural point, then you just connect in the middle. It's pretty simple. It gets you the result that you need. As you can see right here, mine is crispy. So then after that, I go in, kind of detail the lining a little bit, make sure everything's sharp, make sure everything hit it. But like I said, that lineup prep, see that little ash mark we getting after, and it's giving it that nice effect. And I just pointed out to where the light hair was. Here's another gem also from Vic Blends that I received. So you kind of take the comb, then you're gonna align it with the next part, like the other side, and then that's how you make sure your bars are even and everything. So I'm gonna do the same thing with the line up here, and you're just gonna watch how crispy it comes out. Alright, so right here I'm just showing you guys the difference between his hair, how light his sidebars are really, and then we will use enhancements to make it look natural and blend in with the rest of his hair. Alright, so right here we're going in with the pencil, and I use the pencil personally because it gives you a nice contrast after. I like how it looks. It gives it every cut that like finishing touch, that nice finish. It's actually a good tool to use. I know a lot of Philly barbers don't like it, but I'm not from Philly. This thing looks nice, so I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use whatever clients like and everything. So with this, you want to have a nice little touch to it. You don't have to have the steadiest hand, be no artist or anything, but just be light and go through it and put that line in there nicely. Alright, so now what we're going in with is 245 color enhancement, and the first part is going to be sped up, so don't think I'm going ham with it, going super crazy, spraying it. That's really not how it is. Just keep in mind, this is sped up. So in reality, I'm taking nice little, shot by shot and everything, and filling it in where it needs to be filled in. The big important thing about enhancement is you gotta use it where it's really needed. And I use color, and then I go in with a little bit of fibers to kind of give it like a real authentic hair look, like add texture and everything. So here I am using it in real time. I'm just doing nice little sprays, and as you can see, look, he excited. He ain't got a cut in 6 months, so he geeking.
Oh, Raj.
Alright, and then here I'm coming in with the fibers, and like I said, when you apply fibers, it's not to give it that unnatural look. As you can see, you could barely see me spraying it, just like little sprays, little puffs, whatever you call it, just where it's needed, in the corners and then on the sides. And here's an example. That's the wrong way. This is the correct way. Little quarter pumps. That's how you want to do it. Alright, so once you get done with all that, what you want to do is lay your client back, stretch that skin, and use that straight razor. This is what I'll use to finish every cut. I feel like it's not a real haircut if you don't really use a straight razor, so you don't really get no sharper than this. So go ahead, lay them back, finish that cut. We really do live in a world where clients go 6 months without a cut, but it's our duty to get them right, take care of them, make them feel special, make them feel good when they walk out of your chair. You can't really run from anything, can't be scared. So here we go, a nice full tutorial for you guys, first one. Let me know what I can do better, what I can improve on. If you bangs with me, man, just hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because I will be uploading on YouTube consistently now, so bear with me. So that's all I gotta say. I hope y'all enjoy it. Be safe, stay blessed.